Traditional EKGs are obsolete, only capable of detecting late-stage obstructive coronary artery diseases 15 to 30% of the time. Even cardiologists working in the best institutions, armed with the current gold standard tests, still produce a 60+% false positive rate, sending tens of thousands of patients to unnecessary invasive angiograms, facing high costs, delays in diagnosis, injuries, and even risking death, in addition to the exposures to radiation, IV drugs, and stress. Women more than men in particular die from cardiovascular disease simply due to the lack of a better tool. Populations the world over suffer from a chronic lack of an accurate early detection tool to combat the #1 killer of humankind, cardiovascular disease. Dr. Joseph Shen left his thriving clinical practice in 1997 and devoted his life to creating a solution to this dilemma, the MCG, Multifunction Cardiogram, a new, sophisticated, digitally scalable cardiovascular functional measurement tool designed to truly detect, monitor, and quantify all potential root causes at all stages of heart disease, from its most early to its very latest, while also measuring the impact of any treatments, whether they be lifestyle, fasting, diet, medications, or surgery, on a patient's recovery as a whole. I am thrilled to report that our team, comprised of 2 generations of relentlessly dedicated physicians, mathematicians, and computer engineers, has successfully created a digital signal processing, deep machine learning, and AI analysis platform based on a fundamentally sound unifying mathematical principle: complex Lagrangian mechanics, or Euler-Lagrange equations. A test that only requires a portable laptop device at bedside to collect just 10 minutes of resting ECG data without the need for exposures to surgical intervention, hospitalization, high costs, radiation, drugs, stress, or the risk of injuries and death. Moreover, this test, supported by a centralized mathematical analysis engine, an AI heart specialist diagnostic tool that is trained and grounded solely on 100% diligently vetted empirical evidence from highly trusted sources, can dramatically improve a clinician's diagnostic capabilities, far beyond what current contemporary diagnostic imaging tests can deliver. The MCG technology is especially excellent for comprehensive detection, quantification, and better systematic understanding of all stages of pulmonary, infectious, hypertensive, and metabolic heart diseases, to list a few, at a fraction of the costs and waiting time demanded by the current state-of-the-art modalities. After decades of verification and validation research, multiple high-quality, peer-reviewed published clinical validation trials worldwide have converted skeptics into paying customers. Independent investigators have conclusively rated MCG as 5 times more accurate than any traditional EKG and imaging tests, without the need for any quid pro quo. We have done our homework to ensure that MCG works in real-world point-of-care settings. As a result, the FDAs of multiple nations have cleared the device, granting the test its own unique CPT code, and in the case of Highmark Medicare, was even chosen to replace all current stress imaging tests available on the market. As a revolutionary, affordable, bedside diagnostic tool, MCG is equally excellent for both men and women in early detection and primary prevention, and can easily be converted into a consumer-facing, digitally sustainable, and scalable diagnostic tool to meet the 21st century for telemedicine-based cardiovascular disease care. MCG technology can perform as a personalized protective shield for early warning of potentially dangerous cardiac events from any cause, monitored 24/7, 365 if necessary, anywhere with internet access.